What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part, I want to say, 24 of my Total Warhammer 3 Valkia the Bloody Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Rel Morspig got himself a proper little debut, ambushing Luen Leoncoeur and basically destroying his army, including all of the elite stuff in there, like his Pegasus Knights. In addition to that, we finally caught up to that filth Elendilling and destroyed his Wood Elf little army that was sailing around the coast here, threatening to take Wulfric's stuff. Mostly we wanted to protect Wulfric, but it was still annoying that he was sailing around, and hopefully we can just destroy the Lorelorn Forest shortly. Of course, it'll be hard to defend, but when we fought Elendilling with Gulgast, we didn't have access to our 15% missile resistance at the time, because we weren't using Ruinous Bulwark, but now we have that, so that should make it a little bit easier to take those guys out. Plus, we'll get a little bit more Warriors of Khorne and stuff in the army, and it'll get a little bit stronger as it goes. Speaking of Warriors of Khorne, we really need to get a proper Exalted Hero in there, in order to be able to, let's upgrade this while we're at it, in order to be able to buff up all the Chosen that are going to be in that army. And oh look, we have another Dark Fury, no. In fact, we could just summon you and then delete you, buddy. I'm kind of tempted to get this guy up and running, though. Iron Skin, well, actually Scaled Skin would probably be better, just because they're always on the War Shrines, and the War Shrines are always getting focused down by everything. Alright, plus I kind of like the name Mercy for a Chaos Warrior, or a Chaos Sorcerer. Yeah, fine. Let's get you on the field. We'll use you to steal tech for now, and then we'll put you in an army later on, just like we did for Kukhar Slavemaker here. And then we'll keep an eye on the Metal Sorcerers, hopefully for a new one. We need to do the same thing for the Exalted Heroes, but I think we're out of space. We did have this one come up, which would be a good assassin, because he has Slaughterer's Strength. You know what? You just stay here for now, buddy. We'll see. We don't have enough space for you, but maybe if we build sufficient buildings to increase your capacity, I don't remember the name of the building now, in the near future, and we can keep you around as an assassin. Alrighty, man, looks like we have a lot of stuff to build, so let's get to building, shall we? Let's sort by order of most important. Dagrak Sendao, you're probably gonna have the most expensive stuff, though, without too much change, eh? Alright, fine. We'll start with the Chaos Knight build. Horse Barn? Okay. It sounds so normal, you know what I mean? Horse Barn, it's not like, I don't know, Dark Stable or something. Yeah, Ruinous Stall. There, those are my favorite stalls, by the way. I'm so stupid. Yeah, see, that feels better than Horse Barn and Chaos Stables. What is Horse Barn? Okay, anyway. We're gonna build a fortress here anyway, a garrison tower, and I know the Dagrak's End is super far and super unlikely to get attacked by anything, but rogue armies will appear anywhere and everywhere. And on top of that, so will beastmen. And then they will randomly attack you despite your non-aggression pact with them, like Mr. Kazrak One-Eye did, despite the fact that we're the #1 faction in the world and have like 20 vassals or something. He's just like, no, I'm gonna fight these guys, just because. I have a feeling that the devs put the beastmen, like they programmed them specifically to annoy the player, even if it forces the beastmen to act completely suicidally. It doesn't make much sense, but I just genuinely think that's what was done. Anyway, well, let's get back to building, or continue our building here. Hellspire Mountains, you're good, we don't need to upgrade you to 4, and Ironfrost Glacier. We'll upgrade you if we have money left over, which it's looking like we will. Okie dokie. And then let's get these things up and running. Not going to be a huge increase in income. In fact, it's going to be barely an increase in income by 10%. Almost not worth upgrading this tier to tier 5, is it? Well, this is at least a 10% increase. You know what? Maybe we'll hold off on these for now. The income increase is very minimal, and we may need that income to, you know, bribe somebody into vassalage. Which I guess is what we're calling it now. Anyway, let's see if we can't vassalize Norsk, or Wintertooth rather specifically. Now that would be ideal. And oh wait, actually, I completely forgot. We were going to get an army up to deal with Ekugax here. Let's get a temp army up then. Let's go with Mr. Dark Fury here. And then you, what do you have here? Aspiring Champion, couple Trolls, and, well, just get whatever you can here. The army doesn't need to be good, it just needs to be good enough to actually damage the enemy army. And Marauders of Khorne with dual axes or regular type. I mean, the dual axes will be... No, wait, they don't gain the buffs unless they level, do they? Like the Rage? All rank 4 and above, yeah, so it's not right away. Alright, fine. Let's go 2 of you into regular Marauders of Khorne, and then 2 of you into these types. And obviously all of you guys need to upgrade as well. And Trolls need to be rank 3 to go armored, so we'll wait on that. Alrighty. Hopefully we can get stuff back before he does too much damage to our little vassals here. Actually, that reminds me, I feel like we have to upgrade the Trolls... Okay, not here. Can't upgrade you. We do still have to probably get rid of the Summoners of Rage eventually, because I want them to be in a Dragon Ogre army later on. Like an army with lots and lots of Dragon Ogres. As many as we can fit in there. But it ain't gonna happen right now, so let's ignore that, and I believe we're good for this turn, yes? You're good, Gulgast, and you're almost ready to upgrade all these guys to Chaos Warriors as well, which will be lovely. Let's end the turn for now, and let's hope that Throggy doesn't get killed. Nakari, how you doing, little buddy? You want a non-aggression pact, how about you get vassalized instead? Well, it's getting closer. It's not horrible. You know what, fine, let's do this then. We can be friends, but hopefully that'll mean vassalage somewhere down the line. He can't steal our vassals from us, can he? Can his, Can Nakari's seduction overwrite Dark Fortress vassalization? I'd actually be very curious to know. Because we saw Nakari vassalize, I think it was the Scourge of Cain. Mildly concerned at the prospect, because then we'd have to betray and kill Nakari. Oh, right, and the Fecondites did declare war on us before, so we'll have to deal with them. I think I just saw something get destroyed out here. Yeah, Warherd of the One Eye. Somebody needs to deal with that for us, because apparently we're not going to be the ones to do so. If only he could attack the Naglfarling or the Varg or one of the dead factions, and not wasted their territory. Oh. Wait, I just realized, since this is Varg camp, what might happen is... Well, I guess Malice can take it. Yeah, Malice, we'll just pay him for it later on. Really annoying, what can you do? Ally begins outpost construction, ambusher discovered, character experience gain increase, steal and destroy at the Plane of Spiders mission. Hey, a free student. Very nice. In fact, then we should probably move our armies before we do anything else. Valkia, head to Volksgrad. And let's hope that there isn't a full Kiss the Fight stack there, and it doesn't look like it. It could be a full Rat stack on Abkhazia and Yetchich, but we shall see.
Save your skulls for me.
And this reawakens the Bearsenling, eh? Okay. Well, regardless, Parthok, I want you to figure out what's going on at Yetchich, see if there's actually a full stack there or not. If you get destroyed, you get destroyed. I don't really care about Haggrief's armies. We're real nice about treating our vassals, aren't we? Also should be careful about you retaking Sioktraken, but we shall see. Now, that's Valkia. Harald, you are looking to find not King Nishkopra, but rather... Where's the big boy? Ah, damn, looks like these guys are gonna grab Witchwood. Can we specifically tell you to attack Temple of Adeoth? I don't really care. Where the heck is Katep? Did he die to Malekith, perhaps? Malekith is at the Plane of Spiders. Balance of Power looks good. Maybe he's ambushing somewhere or something. It's odd that he just disappeared. This guy should probably be easily destroyable. We do still want to head to Witchwood, although... I wonder how many turns it would take to reach it. Would you be able to reach Plain of Dogs in one go? No, you probably won't. Alright, so let's move here, and we'll see how this little army reacts. Oh, whoa, there he is. Oh, look who we just found. Go into ambush right here, Harald. If these guys want to go past you, that's fine, but if they do, you can catch up to them and kill them. Honestly, this would be a great battle for you to fight. Sounds real fun. If they really want to reclaim the Plane of Dogs that badly, they are welcome to it. Also, let's see what we have here. We have one more turn until we get rid of this brutal worship, but otherwise I think we're good. That's the only super expensive one we're using. We have Death's Bounty, we have Violent Hunger, we are missing Blessing of Blood, and possibly Annihilator's Armor. Although the upkeep on that one is a little bit steep as well. And we may not use it for a while, although free trophy heads on all our Khorne characters, and a bunch of extra experience gain ain't too bad either. We could also combine that with another Gift of Chaos. We'll see about that. Well, let's see what else we can do right now. Kailas, you have another Marauder recruited here. Then, do we have different recruits here? No, it's the same territory. Damn. Alrighty, fine. You are going to the plains of Zadenbai Jin. Hopefully these guys don't siege it next turn. Ragnar's here. Where is Archaon? Yeah, he's taken out Dragon's Death. Not surprisingly, mind you. But the Khul still do have territory remaining. Kailas, you, my friend, need to move towards Ekugax, who has taken the Monolith of Eubonicus as well. I do hope that his army has gotten at least a little bit damaged in the meantime, because otherwise it's going to be quite difficult. And I'd really prefer not to have to waste any gifts, as in gifted from the gods units, in order to fight you, considering this is a temporary army especially. Anyway, Kuchar, you have 1 turn remaining on that steel tech. Please don't fail this time. And success. Ooh, close, buddy, close. After all those failures the past couple of episodes, that one was really needed. Alrighty, Kaigast, Banehausser, you can just stay here for now. Unholy Strike, another assassin type, that's kind of interesting. But, I mean, I feel like perhaps Slaughterer's Strength is better. Like, yeah, it's great to have the ability to assassinate, but being able to damage armies heavily with Slaughterer's Strength feels like it could carry more value. Mercy, you are going to go in Steel Tech and level up via that method, and Tyro Godslayer, you are going to continue stealing tech as you have been. And hopefully we can get a nice battle against Katep here. Shortly. Hey, you got a student. Yes, okay, I really gotta make sure to keep the research off at the end of every turn. And now, or at the beginning of every turn, rather. Now, you have everything you need, so you're just gonna go to Spread Corruption, and you don't need your Chaos War Shrine, alas. Try not to die, since you now have a student to worry about. And let's see, Relmore Spig, you. What do we do with you? We can't reach Castle Artois. What we could try is another ambush mode, in the hopes of attacking it. We should be able to destroy it outright, or sack it, depending on what we actually want to do here. Maybe raise it for the souls. In fact, we are running short on souls after all. You know what, move, let's say, here. Hopefully too far for them to recognize that we're coming in. I don't know if ambushes can get foiled depending on how close we are. Let's get Root Marcher, let's get Savage Bloodlust for you. And that's obviously the demonic melee units. We will also be needing to upgrade those Knights. So let's do that next, after Hearts of Iron and Voice of the Dark Gods. Alrighty, and then do you guys need levels? I mean, I'm sure you do. But do you need levels right now is the real question. Well, you could get Scouting. Honestly, I'd like you to actually have some spells, because you are going to join an army eventually. You do have Penumbral Pendulum, I guess. And we also need more items. You know what, just go for Scouting for now. You can still use Fireball for free, although it's a weak version of Fireball. Damn it, fine. Just get the spell. And then I assume you don't need anything. You only have 2 points anyway. And I haven't decided whether we go for Chaos Commander or anything here, so let's just get Heart to Hit for you. And we'll wait on that. It really depends on how we use that particular exalted hero. Now let's do the buildings. Let's see, Frigid Wasteland, we should upgrade you to level 4 at least, or tier 2 or whatever. Then you don't really give us anything for an upgrade, so you could just stay as you are. Same with you guys, you're too expensive for what you give us. Same with you, alas. You, however, no. So, Treasure House, definitely. Definitely get the Vassal thing to upgrade everybody. And we need the walls here, and the higher level of Mage Tower. Hellspire Mountains, you're good as you are, and I believe that will be that. And now we have to pick a new research and end the turn. Okie dokie. Sword Maiden it is. Down to 4 instead of 5, so we gotta keep doing what we're doing. And hello. I was gonna go and heal Gulgas, but now we have some enemies that are coming out to play. We're still a little bit hurt though, which is kind of unfortunate. Wait, didn't we end the turn? Weren't we supposed to be able to land? Or did we not end the turn? I don't even remember now. I think we did. I think the landing is just bugged. We have to land here instead. Alrighty, fine. Move through the water then and just land over here. Not a big deal. If these guys want to attack us, I'm more than willing to fight them, even with the damage we've already taken, though just in case, perhaps we'll get some level ups. Now, you could get Skull Crusher for yourself. Unflinching Soldiers will be quite useful for you in particular, so let's get that. And then, let's see, Rampant Destroyer. We could also continue saving... Nah, well, there's no need to save the points. We could get, let's see, Hammer into Anvil, non-demonic cavalry and chariot units. Yeah, let's do that. Technically, we don't... Wait. No, you won't have any cav, will you? You will just have the monsters and a bunch of infantry of various types. So that means... we could get monstrous strength. But it's honestly not that useful. Alright, fine. Skullcrusher, Unflinching Soldiers for now. And I guess we could power you up personally a little bit and get your Voice of the Dark Gods as well. And there you go. That's decent. And then, of course, your Sorcerer. What can you cast right now? Flaming Sword of Ruin. Burning Head. Would it be helpful in this situation? It might. You should have at least one damaging spell. Let's get a couple points in there. I would like to get a cheap Cascading Fire Cloak, but the second point would allow us to overcast this. Although it still won't do armor-piercing damage, so it'll still be a problem. You know, I think we can go one turn without Cascading Fire Cloak. Hopefully we'll be fine, but we shall see. Alrighty, now I believe that's it. Yes? Yes, alright, let's skip the rest of this. Past the Glory Outpost and all that stuff. Just want to quickly check our quick deals, just in case there's anything interesting. Vassalage, not really. We'll probably declare war on Carcassonne sooner than later. I would like to possibly vassalize Scryer, but how would we do this? What if we declare war on everybody that you hate, Scryer? Minus 28, not bad. If we gave them like 100 grand, I think they'd vassalize. Huh. You know, maybe it's worth it to save up for 100 grand and just declare war on all the Wood Elves in the world. We were probably going to try to kill them anyway. Alrighty, now let's end the turn. Let's see about vassalizing Thragi. It would be so lovely. And what is this? Oh, they are indeed going to attack us. A close defeat, apparently, but now we do have the benefit of the Ruinous Bulwark. Of course, we do have to contend with the little GROMS, which are going to be an issue here, and an absolute ton of cavalry units. Also have to watch out for our Chaos War Shrines getting killed by those GROMS. But otherwise, if we can hit the enemy line very quickly, they shouldn't be able to do too much damage with the GROMS. Let's see if we can make it work. Go to it.
Khorne requires slaughter, sacrifice, endless war. Let the world drown in blood.
Alrighty, sounds good to me, Golgast. I enjoy your work. You do good work. I've been missing having one of these lords around ever since we evolved Harald into Demon Prince form. So it's nice that we have one of them on the field once more. And now this army is getting some. Ooh, wow! What the hell is that thing? Giant dragon ogre or dragon? Or wait, is that a vermin lord's? Huh. Maybe a Vermin Lord's skull? It looks kind of ratish to me. I mean, it also has horns, but anyway. Probably... Oh, not important. What is important is this particular battle. We are going to be facing off against two little GROMS and a third coming in from reinforcements, which are going to be quite threatening and are currently trying to damage our poor units. It looks like they've done a fairly decent amount to our Chaos Warriors of Khorne, especially firing through the sides as they are. I decided to separate our army into two nearly identical formations to move through the trees, essentially, to protect them from both ranged fire as well as artillery fire. Whether this is going to work so much in our favor, I'm not entirely sure, because it does mean that our army is separated. But, well, at the very least, considering the enemy little Groms are the most threatening units on the field, it should help us against those. After we get into formation, of course. We do want to try to keep our War Shrines alive, because they should be quite vulnerable to little Groms as well. And let's keep running through these woods in the hopes that we can set up a nice little, well, not quite an ambush here, but a nice sally point here. And it looks like the enemy has moved in its lord, or has decided to move in its lord to try to attack us here, which I guess is their prerogative, because this is a terrible idea, because he's unsupported. They've also tried to move in a single unit of winged lancers here, who we are going to countercharge both with a unit of marauders, or actually possibly chosen. Or not chosen, we don't have any here. Chaos Warriors of Khorne, yes. Chaos Warriors of Khorne, while they also get hit in the back both by doggos and by a unit of skin wolves. And there we go, and now they're going to get surrounded and destroyed, so those winged lancers are not going to be viable very much longer at all. In fact, the doggos are going to hit them in the back as well. We're also going to find the enemy lord and surround and kill him as quickly as we can with our Chaos Warriors of Khorne as well. While over on this side, we have caught some Kossovite dervishes, actually 2 sets of Kossovite dervishes, as well as a unit of Warbear riders. Looks like the AI wanted to commit its cav to try to fight us, and that included its lord, which is fine by us. Of course, they are distracting us, which is allowing them to fire their little Groms, but all of our units are now under the trees here. So while the little Groms will probably land some hits, at least a decent amount of them will probably miss as well. Ah, lovely to see these Chaos Lords of Khorne fight as well. Been missing these. Good job, buddy. Brought down a decent number of these Warbear riders. Just killed 2 with one axe blow. That's pretty damn good. Alrighty, well, you keep bringing them down. I don't imagine they will be alive for too much longer, and then we will be moving out after that. Speaking of moving out, the infantry has also tried to charge the enemy. We've taken some damage from the enemy Streltsy, who have nearly destroyed this Chaos Warrior of Khorne unit, though of course they have once again artillery support. We are also fighting, I believe, the regiment of... No, it's just a regular Zargard with great weapons. Okay, that's good. Because Daj's fires have fire resistance, although wait, these are Chaos Warriors and not Chosen, and thus they wouldn't have the... they wouldn't have fire damage, they'd have regular damage. Huh, this is actually pretty an interesting matchup, Chaos Warriors of Khorne versus Great Weapon Zargard. I would imagine the Chosen would win, but these guys have armor-piercing great weapons, which is actually pretty damn decent for them. Though not so much when the War Shrine comes to help. And ooh, nice shot from that little Grom coming in. We really got to make sure that those things go away. Getting a burning head on the field as well, which is going to just clip those Streltsy, but was originally moving through, I believe, these units here. Mostly to try to get both of those Winged Lancers. Yes, I know it's not super effective against that cavalry, but it was better than nothing. And there we are, our Sorcerers fighting here together with the Skinwolves and our Warhounds, and we also have some reinforcing remnants of a Chaos Warrior unit moving in to help. Not going to do anything too crazy, but it'll help surround the enemy and prevent them from running away, even as we destroy them. Looks like the Streltsy have finally been engaged and can no longer fire, and I do believe all the enemy ranged is now tied up, or at least all the enemy ranged from this army. The little Groms still need tying up, and so do the units that are coming in from the reinforcing army, which is providing some fire support, as we can see. Oh, and it looks like they want to target those aspiring champions. Maybe a good move, as the AI is probably going to have a difficult time otherwise bringing them down. The enemy lord is also trapped in a unit of marauders, and though they're not going to do a crazy amount of damage to him, he's basically dead. So even if he survives this, as in gets out, he most likely will not be viable to do anything else. And will probably just run. Yeah, we can't do 400 damage to them with those guys. That's okay. Let him run. If he comes back, he'll die. If he doesn't come back, well, then he doesn't come back. Alright, that little Grom shot looked like it went wide, but it also looked like it was going for our precious War Shrine here. Our Lord is also trying to fight both elemental, we're not elemental bears, War Bear Riders, as well as that little Grom, though now we have quite a few units surrounding the War Bear Riders to help him out. Alrighty. It looks like the main force is just about ready to collapse. Kind of difficult to force that little Grom to engage, but fortunately we do have more units around here now than just our Lord, and he can still keep smacking that little Grom around. Oh, and look, they've got some reinforcements coming in, a unit of spearmen from the 2nd Army, an outpost unit, but I suppose we could always cast something on them to make sure that they go away quicker. That was supposed to be the cue for the burning head. Alright, a little bit light, but it was close. And there we go, gonna move through those. And I do believe that unit should be just about dead with that one hit. I mean, it only halved their HP, but it did enough to force them to rout. Well, let's see what else the enemy still has on the field. There's the Streltsy units in the wood here, but we've engaged them with a pile of warriors. We've also engaged the enemy Little Grom here with our Marauders of Khorne, and I do believe we're just about good. I think the main army is currently in By Our Blood, though the 2nd army, the reinforcing army, is not as yet. I do think that it should follow shortly. Especially since they were relying so much on making good use of their range units, and they will not be able to do so much longer. And there we go, it looks like the 1st army is done, and I do imagine the 2nd will be following suit any second now. Another Lord moving in to help out these poor beleaguered Streltsy. And I see an effect on them. Is that By Our Blood, or is that something else? No, they still seem to be fighting. Well, good for them. We always enjoy some good old-fashioned axe-on-axe action. Although I am a little bit jealous of their rifle axes. Seems like a very decent idea. And here comes our sorcerer to join the fray, and it looks like these guys are running. And the enemy lord appears to be in By Our Blood as well and will be shattered. And just like that, the battle is over. The last little Grom is, of course, probably going to escape, in that it was right beside the edge of the map, but that looks just fine. Well, let's see what the damage is. Oh, right, we were hurt when we went into this battle, too. So I have no idea what we actually lost and how damaged we were. We can see some of the HP bars though, and several of the units got pretty badly beat up by fire from the little Grom, as well as all that range. And we did see that Great Guard unit fighting those Chaos Warriors of Khorne and also doing quite a lot of damage. Or Zarguard with great weapons, rather. Not so much Great Guard. Alrighty. And good job to the Skinwolves, of course. They killed a lot of cav in this particular battle, so they did quite well. Certainly proving their worth. I'm hoping that we can still get some armored Skinwolves at this point. Still, none of our allies can build them, although we have the Cool now, as well as the Tong, new vassals, and maybe one of them will be able to. Here's hoping. Alrighty, there we go, another win for Gulgast. You know, he had to wait a long time, but now he's getting these good battles after destroying Elendilling, and I'm all for it. Absolutely. Now, we're going to heal up, I guess. We may need the souls, but who knows if we'll get attacked yet again out here somewhere. It's perfectly plausible. And then Valkia, will you be able to subjugate who we need to subjugate here? Come on now. Nobody better come and attack Volksgrad here.
If you come for blood,
Icket Claw, you want a non-aggression pact and you are willing to pay for it. Wait, what? How much would you want for this? 37, that ain't great. Just out of curiosity here. Join war against Vidria, Torgavon, Talzin, Carcassonne, Pirates of Sartosa, and Clan Angren. Minus 31. It ain't that great. You know what? I'm not going to do any kind of pact. I do want a few Skaven units, but I feel like our reputation with the Scryer clan is going to rise anyway, because we'll be at war with lots of enemies shortly. You... Peace treaty, how about you become our vassal? We will give you, let's say, Krakadrak for it. We won't actually, just out of curiosity. Ooh. Huh, but still, 22k plus Krakadrak is not enough, eh? What about Sioktraken? Doesn't care about Sioktraken nearly as much, although he does somewhat care about it. Temple of Heimkel, we can always pay for him, pay to get it back, but I'm not giving up a Dark Fortress for it. That's for damn sure. Where's Temple of Heimkel again? Oh, it's this one out here. No, we're not giving up iron. That's too important. And then Frozen Landing is back here, which has nothing. How much do you want? About equal. You know, there's possibility of that, Throt. There's possibility. We'll see. I want Valkia to have all the vassals. And considering it's pretty unlikely that it's a good idea to get the various Order factions to be our vassals, we might as well get the Skaven ones. Let's see, Warhost of the Apocalypse, no, you've destroyed enough of our allies' stuff, we need to take it back now. And it looks like we'll be having Archaon versus the ranged army. I would love to get Valkia over there, but it's unlikely. Peace treaty, Throggy. Still no on the vassal? Alright, well, this is your last turn, buddy. At least this is your last turn as a self-sufficient independent faction, whatever we're calling it. Afterwards, you shall join the masses of our vassals. Path to Glory available? Sure, for Gulgast. They have gained the Slaughter Lord boon. That sounds pretty good to me. Slaughterlord gives you the Revel in Slaughter ability for your allies, and considering how you've been slaughtering lately, I do think that you've certainly earned that one. We will get Khorne marked in one turn, so we need to save all but 1 point. So we could just spend that 1 point on, let's say... You know, let's send it on Aura of Chaos. He did get hit by some range units in that battle. There you go. Opal Amulet and Ore Slave, I think you already have. Ally mobilizes, and allies are just mobilizing everywhere. Okay, we get it. Everybody's mobilizing. Oh, look, Warherd of the One Eye. You are now... not dead. Wait, did you... Ah, oh, Kazarak, where are you going now? Oh, if you could defeat that Varg army, that would be really great, actually. I'm not sure if it would actually do what we needed to do, but who knows. Also, in the meantime, I want to have somebody claim this for us. Who's nearby? Ah, Bellicor, you're probably gonna ask so much for a stamp. I was hoping one of our little Norscan vassals was nearby to claim it, but it's not looking super likely. Oh well. If Malice ends up claiming it, he'll end up claiming it. Let's just tell... Well, Belcor's not doing anything, so let's tell him to specifically attack Kazarak, and we'll see. Honestly, if he goes up here to Grayling Moot or something, that would actually be really perfect for us. Anyway, Gulgast, you've got places to be. You know what, we can land you at Castle Alexandrinov to heal there. It might be near to some enemy troops, but hopefully because we have defenses here, nobody's gonna try it. And if they do, well, that's another very cornate... Oh, wait. Will we actually be able to land here in the same way that we weren't able to land? You know what, let's not risk it. Let's just land here. Yeah, see, that works much more readily. And yeah, it'll take a while to heal up in our current state, but what can you do? Maybe if we claim one of these Kislefite territories, that would solve the situation. Krakadrak, can you defend yourself? Yeah, against a basic Skaven stack, shouldn't be too much trouble. Valkia, head to Volksgrad. Auto-resolve this, there's no Throg in there anyway. And... subjugate. And there we go. Now, just like that, Throg is ours, and Valkia can still move at that. So what we want to do is send Parthok to Yechich. Let's see what's in Yechich here. And, oh, wow, you can auto-resolve this? I was going to send Valkia to help you out, but, well, you can actually do something useful for us? Great. Occupy it. We are not going to give it to the Bear Sling. We're rather going to occupy it, and we're going to give it to We're going to give it to Throg immediately, making it less likely for him to be destroyed. And we're going to do the same thing with Navkazi, but at the same time, if we could take Prog for ourselves, that would be just lovely. So, Parthok, let's trade this immediately before I forget. Yechich to you. Wait, you don't want Yechich? Why don't you want Yechich? You want us to give you 5,000? Fine, fine. Whatever. Just to get him up and running, as it were. There you go, Throggy. And then Valkia head to Prague. Let's hope that it's a high level. I'd say it's probably level 3. This should be auto-resolvable, but I want to see what the level it is. And it's at... Oh! It's 2 turns away from being level 4, eh? But I don't... You know, that would be great. It really would. The only problem is... I really don't want to waste 2 turns with Valkia here. And then Throg might either take it, or the Skaven, or the Kislefites might take it, and it's probably just not worth it. Yeah, fine, just take it as it is. Would have been nice if it was at a higher level, but it's okay. And Occupy and... Vassalize? I'm not actually sure whether this will do anything.
We are bound in blood.
Now... This reawakened this bear something, but is this dead bear something or living bear? It's living bear something. Oh, okay. We need to give them something then. Hopefully before they die. Can we give them any of this? I don't want to give them Temple of Heimkel or Karak Vorlag. There's not enough room to get everybody here. That's the kind of a problem. Siok Traken, Lair of the Troll King. Those sound like they should belong to Throg.
Straight to business.
Yeah, we can't trade you any settlement. We have to manually give something to you. Oh, damn, I shouldn't have given this to... to Throg then, because it's one of the only places. Nothing else here is Bearsunling territory, is it? Okay, well, we'll have to figure that out as we go. I gotta give them something. Oh, I wonder, can they reach Stormvrak Mount? I mean, they could take some of the old cool lands, and hello. Wait, you moved in here in ambush stance, eh? Well, not ambush, but, march stance. Now, obviously, your army is probably going to be relatively healthy and probably considerably better than this one here, but if we could get a couple Gifts of Chaos, we might be able to pull this off. And we can at least give it a try, or at the very least we could damage the army badly. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to do that next time, because we're basically out of time here. And we'll have to save it for next episode. Archaon, just want to check here. You are drawing close to the floating mountain, and more enemies to deal with for us, but that's okay, as the plains of Zanbaijin will fall. And that's another dark fortress you will be deprived of, making you ever weaker. Auto-resolve it? Ooh. It's iffy. We're probably gonna get very badly damaged. Yeah, but hopefully we can heal up. Occupy the place? Oh, wow. Decent amount of money for sacking it, but it is a dark fortress, so... Ooh, and we got a brass cleaver out of it. Very nice. Now we'll have to figure out who we give that to, but that's a very good pickup. Hey, and Asvar Maggot got his temporary dragon mount. Temporary only because he's gonna evolve. And let's get you the Brand of Turmoil while we're at it. And the Ruinous Seal, why not? That's my favorite kind of seal, incidentally. Alrighty, well, you won't heal a crazy amount, but, well, you will hopefully heal enough to be able to fight Archaon's army. I'd be tempted to join these guys and replace them, but they're high enough level for it not to be worth our time. Anyway, I'm getting distracted as usual, because that's that damn one more turn syndrome. We will continue next time. And we will hopefully face off against Archaon if possible, as well as this other little force, and break his faction, and then head down towards his dark fortresses. We'll try to figure out what to do with the rats, as well as our new vassals here. And that's going to be an interesting question. And of course we will continue trying to find Katep and killing him with the with Karald. And oh wow, these guys didn't take Witchwood, they destroyed it. Well, that's just bizarre. We'll probably just summon a Templord to grab it rather than having Harald do it. Harald is busy in the meantime anyway. And Katep's army is badly damaged. Oh, he must have lost to Malekith. Interesting. kind of was not expecting that so much, but oh well. Soon this faction will be dead, and then Harald will be able to move out to fight elsewhere, probably at Ulthuan, as there's probably not too much reason to go down further into Lustria right now, at least until the rest of Ulthuan has been destroyed. Plus there's some nice stats to be gathered, or traits to be gathered from the defeat of various units there. Anyway, as I said, stay tuned for more Valkia. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm.
Dreadlord of Nagaru.
And thanks for watching.